Today we are going to start the module 4 of Transportation Engineering 2. In this video, we'll go through the topic track maintenance. Basically, we'll be discussing about the conventional manual maintenance which is being followed. The lecture includes the topics like definition of track maintenance, its necessity or need, its advantages, characteristics, the annual program for track maintenance, then the major maintenance operation which is being performed. Coming to the definition of track maintenance, it is the overhauling of track periodically with the object of restoring it to its best possible condition in which it can serve all the requirements of a good track. So overhauling means it is the taking up of equipments or the components from the track. You know what track is. So taking up of the components from track, examining it properly, and if in case required, the necessary repair will be given. Sometimes the sleeper may be out of position, that can be maintained. Sometimes the track fittings, fastenings will be loosened, they can be tightened. So like that, regular maintenance and periodic maintenance is being maintained so that the track serves all the requirements in the best possible way. Coming to the necessity, what is the need for which we have to maintain the track? So the strength of track structure goes on deteriorating due to the movement of train, heavy axle load and repetition of load. Due to the vibration and impact of high-speed train, the fitting of the track undergoes heavy wear and tear of the track and its components. The track and its components get worn out as a result of typical climatic conditions. So we know that frequently trains will be moving on the track. So repetition of load is coming, heavy load is coming on the track, and always frequent movement of train is there. So because of this, what happens is the strength of the track structure, they may get reduced. So when the strength of track structure is getting reduced or deteriorated, then it will affect the moving of train. Sometimes large accidents can happen. Sometimes derailment can happen if we are not even going and looking over there. So periodic or regular maintenance is being to be carried out for the track. And also we can say that since there is heavy vibration impact of the high speed train, again heavy wear and tear can happen on the components as well as on the track itself. So also due to climatic conditions, they may get wear and tear. So all these things are there, and because of this, there is a necessity for the track maintenance. Now, what are the advantages of track maintenance? Lifetime of track increases, reduces the operational cost and fuel consumption up to 20 to 30%, provides safe and smooth running of trains, give pleasant ride to passengers without giving any noise sound, high speed of train is achieved. So when you are properly maintaining the track, there may be many advantages. If you are continuously going on or you are looking the track or you are maintaining them properly, the durability of the track gets increased. And if the track is properly maintained, then fuel consumption as well as the operational cost will get reduced. You can just imagine that if the track is not maintained properly and the train is going on them, then there can be difficulties in the movement also. So this can affect the fuel consumption, also the operational cost. And again, as I have told you, smooth running of trains are very important because the passengers will not feel safe if they are not having a smooth movement. So again, track is to be maintained so that the passengers who are traveling will be getting a smooth running. Then if in case it is not moving properly and it is having heavy sound while moving over the track, then again unpleasant condition will be there for the passengers traveling on the train. And if it is properly maintained, then higher speed of train can also be achieved. Because if any problem is there for the track, indication will be given that you have to go slowly. Now, if no problem is there, completely you can go with the maximum speed. So higher speed of train can be achieved if track maintenance is done properly. Now coming to the characteristics of good track, the gauge should be correct or within the specified limit. There should be no difference in cross levels except on the curves. The alignment should be straight and kink free. Longitudinal level should be uniform. The ballast should be adequate and the sleepers should be well packed. Track drainage should be good. Fittings and fastenings must be firmly fixed. So a good track means what all criteria, what all characteristics is there. That is being explained in the slide. So as we know that gauge will be there. Gauge means the inner distance between the track. So it is to be correctly and it should be within the specified limit. If the gauge is getting greatly differed, what will happen? Again, possibility of accidents can happen. Then there should not be any difference in the level. Vertical alignment should be proper and the horizontal alignment should be proper. Then ballast should be packed very well. You know that we put the ballast on the track, we put them below the sleepers. So this ballast cushion is being provided on the track. So if in case because of the constant continuous movement of train, the ballast can get disintegrated. So there can be a possibility that a gap is being formed below the sleepers or anywhere because of the difference in packing. That means ballast may become inadequate sometimes and the packing may be affected. So in those cases, we have to maintain them properly. And if it is a good track, the characteristics say that it should be enough and the sleepers should be packed well. Then proper drainage facility should be there, because in monsoon season, if it is not getting drained properly, it can cause problems. Then all the track fittings and fastenings, they should be firmly fixed. It should not be in a loosened condition. It can affect the movement of train. So it should be properly maintained. It should be properly fixed. If in case it is in loosened condition, it should be tightened. So all the characteristics of a good track is being explained. Now coming to the annual program of regular track maintenance. Post-monsoon attention is there, pre-monsoon attention is there, and attention during monsoon is there. Okay, so let's go through what is the period and what is the work to be done. Post-monsoon means after the monsoon, what is to be done. So for about 6 months after the end of monsoon, every time the track has to be checked. That means sleeper has to be checked, the ballast has to be checked, then we have to check the rail fastenings also. The pre-monsoon attention for about 2 months prior to the break of monsoon. So before the monsoon happens, before the rainy season comes, prior to that means 2 months prior to that, mainly importance should be given to drainage, because when rain comes, proper drainage facility should be there, or else waterlogging can happen and this will affect the movement of train. It is not going to be a good thing. So proper maintenance or proper drainage facility should be there, and this has to be checked at least 2 months prior to the break of monsoon. And during monsoon season, for about 4 months, properly drainage facility is to be checked, and always patrolling has to be done in heavy rain, because there may be conditions that the equipments or the components is getting loosened or it is being having any problem. Maybe sometimes we can notice that drainage facility problem is there. So during that monsoon period, for about 4 months, proper patrolling is being necessary. So the maintenance of railway track can be carried out either manually or by use of mechanical appliances, or by a combination of both. That is, machines can be used as well as labor. In India, conventional maintenance is carried out by means of manual labor and hand tools. We are having tamping machines and all, but basically the conventional type is manual labor itself. In America and other developed countries, mechanical appliances are largely used. Okay. Now coming to the maintenance, it is basically divided into 2 parts. One is the daily maintenance and other is the periodic maintenance. Daily maintenance is carried out by full-time staff maintained throughout the year. The use of a maintenance gang all along the railway track is made. Then the railway track is divided in suitable sections of about 5 to 6 kilometer length, and one gang is attached to each section for maintaining the section or maintaining that section in a good condition. So that is the daily maintenance. Now coming to the periodic maintenance is carried out after an interval of 2 to 3 years. During periodic maintenance, the gauge levels, alignment, points and crossings, etc. are thoroughly checked. The defects are detected, then the causes are determined, and finally remedial measures will be taken. The track is made in perfect condition by removing all the major and minor defects. Now coming to through packing, which is a part of the periodic maintenance. This is also known as the conventional beta packing. Here, the length of the track which is to be opened, it should not be more than the amount which can be completed within the day. Only up to the work which can be completed within a day is to be opened, and that portion is to be inspected. Now this consists of some operations which are to be there in sequence. First one is the opening of road, then comes the examination of rail, sleepers and fastenings, then squaring of sleepers, track to the correct alignment, gauging, packing of sleepers, boxing of ballast section and tidying. So we'll go through each topic one by one. The opening of road. So what is being done? So you'll be having a track, you'll be having the rail, you'll be having the sleepers, and below that you'll be having ballast. So opening of road means the ballast which is there is to be opened from either sides of rail seat. Rail will be seated, isn't it? So on the sleepers, so ballast which is around that portion is to be taken up to a depth of 50 mm. Then we should not disturb the core under the sleeper. Some central portion will be there, or some important thing will be there which will be supporting the sleeper. That should not be taken away because it will affect the overall working. So it should not be disturbed. Then the opening length on either side is different for different gauges. So how much you disturb the ballast and how much you open the ballast is different for different gauges. If it is a broad gauge, 45 centimeters to be taken. If it is a meter gauge, then 35 centimeters to be done, and for narrow gauge it is 25 centimeter. Now this is being done with the help of shovel and paura. You can see over here, this is the shovel and this is the paura. Using some equipments, ballast is being removed, they are taken away, and up to a certain depth it is to be removed. Now coming to the examination of rail, sleepers and fastenings. So once it is removed, then check is being done whether there is any part which is worn and torn, any corrosion is there, any cracks is there, and the sleeper condition is checked, and also the fastenings and fittings are being checked because it can be, a possibility is there, it can get loosened. Then comes the squaring of sleepers. So if in case there is a gauge variation or kink is there, kink means a deformation will be there. There can be possibility that kinks can be formed. So then the sleepers will be getting out of square. So exactly the sleeper and the rail will be at 90 degree. So if in case defect is there, there can be a possibility that they can get out of the square. This correct 90 degree may not be maintained. If in case there is a problem with the sleepers, then crowbar has to be used, and then they have to be firmly used against the sleepers and they have to be pushed. That means sleepers has to be maintained properly. If gauge variation is there, kink problem is there, then there is a possibility that the sleepers can get out of the square, so that has to be checked. Next comes the aligning of track. So we know that track has to be correctly aligned both horizontally and vertically. So we have to ensure whether correct alignment is maintained, and this is being checked for around 25 to 30 meters. Then gauging means we know that each gauge has a specific gauge distance. So in all the portion, all the sections of track, this gauge distance is to be maintained, and if gauge distance is perfect, then only the sleepers will be in perfect square. So due to the aging and different conditions, due to the heavy movement of train, there is a possibility that the gauge distance can get disturbed. So again, this gauging has to be done so that it is maintained properly. Coming to the packing of sleepers. Packing means we are checking whether the sleeper and ballast are uniformly fixed. And this is being done with respect of one fixed sleeper to the other. When each sleeper has to be packed, at a time, 4 members will be doing the same work. Then once the packing is done, a wooden mallet is being used and it is blown. Then if in case a hollow sound is coming, it indicates that the packing is defective. Hollow sound will be coming only if it is a defective packing. So if packing is not proper, again the packing is to be done. You have to properly fill the ballast and the sleepers has to be correctly maintained. Now comes the boxing to ballast section and tidying. After all the operation is done in sequence, a clean ballast should be made with ballast fork or rake. Ballast should be dressed with a hemp cord of 6 mm dia. Ballast should be fully filled at inadequate sections. So once all the operations or all the checking is being done, then ballast should be properly filled below and above the track so that proper working of the track can happen. And wherever it is inadequate, in those sections we have to provide the ballast properly. And for this you will be using fork and rake, and that is what you can see in the figure. Now comes the second method, which is known as the systematic overhauling. The track should be overhauled. I have told you what overhauling is. You are inspecting it properly. The components are being inspected periodically, and if it is not up to the standard possible standard is not maintained, then it is being repaired. The frequency of overhauling depends upon number of factors such as type, age of the track structure, the maximum permissible speed and volume of traffic, the mode of traffic, the mode of traction, the rate of track deterioration, and the amount of rainfall in the region. So on the basis of all these factors, the chief engineer decides the length of the track to be overhauled. That means how much length of track is to be repaired or checked. That is being given by the chief engineer. Normally a plan is drawn for the systematic overhauling, and this section is being completed in about 3 to 4 years. And the stretch of track to be tackled in a particular year should be in continuation of the length overhauled during the previous year. So this is not a simple or faster manner, done in a faster manner. So this will take about 3 to 4 years, and this timetable or everything will be fixed by the chief engineer. And the stretch of track where you have finished for the last year or the previous year, from that portion the next work will be continued. And if possible, the gap adjustment including the joint survey and adjustment of creep should be done before the systematic overhauling. So basically in this method, depending upon many factors, I have told you what are the factors. So depending upon those factors, the chief engineer decide which length is to be overhauled or checked or repaired, and on the basis of that drawings are made, and on basis of that the work is proceeded. Now coming to picking up of slacks or screening. Slacks means they are those points where the train is running in a faulty manner or in a substandard manner. Some places or some sections the packing will be loose. There can be bad alignment, there can be improper longitudinal and cross level, and there can also be improperly aligned curve. So those regions where these problems are there the running of train will be faulty or of substandard. So that portion is known as the slack. Then again approaches level crossing, there can be sag, there can be portions of track where there are poor drainage, there can be regions where unclean ballast cushion is there. Continuously when train is moving, then it can be in an untidy manner. So these are the regions where slacks can happen. So in every working season, a certain number of days in each week, so normally it is 1 to 2 days, they are allotted for the picking up of slacks. Picking up of slack means which all regions are having this faulty, the faulty movement of train, that is being picked. And depending upon the monsoon pattern and other local conditions, these regions are being picked. However, no through packing is done during the rainy season, and slacks are only picked up in order to keep the track safe and in good running condition. In areas with less than 750 mm of rainfall, the allotted time may be used only to attend the slack but also to carry out through packing. So what is said is, no through packing. Through packing means completely you will be removing the ballast by manual labor. Then you will be checking for all the condition. Then you will be putting the ballast back. This kind of operation is not done during the rainy season. But during the rainy season, picking up of slack is done, and it is being checked whether the movement of train on the track will be safe. Then slack may also be sometimes picked up by packing only the following segments. Some regions can be thoroughly checked. Those regions include the joint sleepers and other sleepers on either side of the joint, then few sleepers in the region around the bridges and level crossing, then intermediate sleepers, stretches of track that adversely affect the running of train as revealed by inspection. So during rainy season or whenever particular segments are to be given more importance, that will be the joint sleepers, because there can be a possibility that it is mainly affected. Then wherever the sleepers are approaching the level crossing and bridges, there thoroughly inspection is being done. Then some places will be there where by the inspection it will be told that adversely it is affected. So in all those regions, the slacks will be picked up and proper maintenance will be given for those sleepers. Then comes the deep cleaning of ballast. Deep cleaning is done to ensure that a clean ballast cushion of the required depth is available below the lower half of the sleeper, which is necessary for providing the proper drainage and elasticity to the track. We know that ballast is very essential because it provides the drainage and it is also providing a elasticity to the movement of train. So if in case there is an absence of clean ballast which is of a required depth and geometry, then the track will be getting affected, its performance will get affected. So deep screening is normally carried out under restricted speed without obtaining a traffic block. Deep screening means you'll be cleaning the ballast properly. You'll be thoroughly checking whether the ballast is proper, and that is being done. If you're doing that, then the speed of the train has to be restricted in those regions. It is desirable to proceed with deep screening in a direction opposite to that of the traffic. An adequate quantity of ballast, the necessary equipment and tools, and the required labor should all be arranged well in time, and the work should not be carried out during monsoon. So due to constant movement, due to the heavy traffic coming on the rail, there can be possibility that the ballast is not clean. They may get disintegrated. So we'll be having certain dimensions for the ballast which is to be used in the railway track. So sometimes it may get disintegrated more. Okay, so that is to be checked thoroughly. If in case the correct dimension of the ballast is not there, then what is to be done? They have to thoroughly investigate it. Then if proper ballast cushion is not there, it is to be screened or it is to be properly maintained. And for doing this, necessary equipments and tools are essential and proper labor is to be arranged. So all these things are done and this works should be carried out before the monsoons. It cannot be carried out during the monsoon season. So these are the methods or the way in which track is being maintained.